just keep going.
No, too.
Okay.
When did you really start appreciating music?
I think I started appreciating music when I managed to join an orchestra when I was about 13. And we used to go to a castle in Scotland, and there were like 100 kids who were all musicians. And I'd been learning violin from the age of 8. And when I got to that place, I kind of realised about the power of music, because we'd play these incredible pieces in this castle, and we'd basically get to run around. It was a bit like Hogwarts. It was called Castle Towers, and I recently ran a campaign to try and save the place. But I'll tell you about that another time. So there you go.
How did you make it to where you are today?
I then went on to study at the Guildhall School of Music as a violinist, but I injured my shoulder through standing slightly wrong on my whole time up until then, from age 8, which actually resulted in curvature of my spine, which I hadn't realised about. So I continued to play violin, but I also started studying electronic music, and it was the first ever electronic music degree of its kind. So it was just me and one other guy on the degree course, and I had to learn everything from scratch. I hardly knew how to switch on a computer at that stage, so I had to learn everything, like the basics of music technology, up until finishing my degree 3 years later.
When did you professionally get involved in music?
I started my own company about 15 years ago, but in between that I did lots of different things. I've been a fashion stylist, so I always ran my 2 separate careers alongside each other. So I ran my own fashion label for 7 years, selling to places like Harrods. It was mainly tailoring, and I was also a stylist and designer, so I designed medal bearer outfits for the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. But throughout all of that, I ran my music company, where I did education workshops too. So I guess it was probably, I'd say, the last 10 years where the company was taken very seriously. We started doing big projects.
Okay. What's your best advice for people starting a career in music?
My advice for a young person in any creative career is that you have to work really, really, really hard. Even though I run a company that workshops with music, to get where I am today with being able to run these big projects, I think I've worked with 5,000 young people in the 10 years up until now. To get to that stage, it's taken an awful lot of hard work, but also you've got to rely upon your reputation. If you do put one foot wrong, say that I was in a school and I was late a few times, or something didn't go well with a student, my reputation would be gone within one session. So you have to take your reputation as an artist and a creative really, really seriously, and make sure that you don't put a foot wrong when you're in a professional situation.
Okay. Who would you like to mentor?
I sometimes take on students I want to mentor because I see potential in them, and especially in certain settings in London where life can be hard for certain students, I like to try to make sure that students get the best musical start. So really it's any student who has shown a talent and a passion for music I'd like to mentor.
I mean, what famous person would you like to mentor?
What famous person would I like to have mentored? That's a really difficult question.
I'm going to Usher.
Huh?
Usher.
Sorry?
Usher.
Oh, right. Oh, you mean would like to have mentored me? Or me to mentor? Well, I've got some musical idols. So if it was the other way around, to be mentored by somebody, I would love to have had the opportunity to be mentored by someone like Daft Punk. When I was at university, I met them a couple of times, and I helped do an interview with them for a magazine, for DJ Mag. But they, of all people, in terms of their production and their music, I think it would be amazing to have had that experience.
So who inspires you?
I suppose that's kind of half covered. Who inspires me? Now, I guess the young people I'm working with inspire me an awful lot, because every single day I'm playing new genres of music. I think in the last 6 months I might have learned of about 50 new artists that I didn't really know about. So all kind of different genres like grime and UK hip hop and French hip hop and all these different kind of things that I didn't really know much about. I'm getting this amazing musical education, so I guess it's the young people I work with that give me inspiration now.
Yo, it's MTV Raps takes on file.